So get this, my channel is about like manifesting in real time, right? So there are some things I'm going to be very transparent about. To all my regular baby dolls, we have already established this. You know this. I don't hide certain parts of me, especially if I feel like what I'm going through is probably what the collective is going through. This might be something that you're going through as well, and I'm about to tell you how to get through that shit. Hi, my babies. Welcome to the Dollhouse, where I sprinkle a little bit of grown woman magic onto your day. I am Jana Cole, be your go-to girl for all manifestation magic and some empowerment. Me manifesting in real time, right? That's what I promise you on my channel. Like, when I'm going through shit and I can tell that I'm having a hard time with it, I talk about it. And then when I talk about it, the problem solves itself. This is how I manifest. This is how I get through the shit. I've created a channel to where I'm very transparent about my manifestation journey. Mind you, I have no job. I'm Little Miss Unemployed. This is my 9 to 5. This is my money. I am trusting the process and I'm being patient with it and I'm learning from it. Because once I get this shit down, my children's children's children will never know what it's like to struggle. They will be aware of it, but they will never experience it. The things that I have shared, I'm comfortable with sharing it because I know I'm going to get through it. I'm not ashamed of talking about it and acknowledging it and being aware of it, especially when I do it this way, because I'm about to tell you how you can get out of this shit. I have always struggled with coming to the front, admitting to who I really was. Admitting and acknowledging who I really was very hard for me. I still am coming out of it, but I can mentally, physically, and spiritually feel myself releasing that version of me. I am no longer afraid of showing up as Jana. I am shedding that skin more and more, and the more I shed, the more I elevate. So, and that's what you're doing. That's what you're going to do. If you feel like you haven't been, you about to. Even my videos, just watching me. If you watched and you got this far, you are blessed. There's a target on your back in the best way. The universe knows exactly who you are. So it's a win-win situation with all of this, with my content, with me creating these videos and talking about this shit. But sometimes I stop myself from talking about a few things or saying a few things, or I'll edit out something because I'll be like, I just don't think people are ready to hear that, or I don't think they will receive that well, and I'll edit it out. I try to keep a balance. I try not to go too far with this. The video before last about the awareness not having the power. It's your perception of the awareness is where the power lies. So the power lies in your perception. I knew people would not agree with my view. You know, there's going to be backlash from somewhere. People are not going to agree. Now, I didn't get any negative comments, but I lost 20 subscribers. I could turn into a YouTuber that's trying to please due to needing validation. Because I don't need validation, I choose to ignore it. And I choose to say what I want to say. If you're new here, my name is Jana Cole. And I believe that this right here is my universe. I run this shit. I'm showing you how I believe my universe is made and how it goes and how it's created because of how I choose to look at it. You may look at your universe differently, but that doesn't make you wrong and make me right. And that don't make you right and that don't make me wrong. I choose to respect other people's universes, beliefs, and perspectives. That's feeding my soul to look at things from a different perspective. I would hate to be inside of a box. So people that do not agree with that and they don't align with that, they will fall off. They will unsubscribe. They will leave. They will even try to have an argument with me before they unsubscribe. It's not going to happen. I'm not doing it. I understand that I don't align with you and I'm not offended by that. It's fine. And this is how you got to think about it. I've already gained 10 back. And I know I will find my tribe. I know I will find people that align with me. I know that people will receive what I have to say. So, especially if you're inspiring to be a content creator, you're trying to grow your YouTube, you're trying to grow your Instagram, you're trying to grow your Facebook, you're trying to grow your TikTok, like you're just not gaining followers or whatever, or you gain some, and then when you're your real authentic self, you lose some. So you try to water your personality down. Don't do that. So I'm used to the backlash. I'm used to the name calling. I'm used to the weird activity. I'm used to it. I'm used to it from people that I know. I'm used to it from people on social media, people that I don't even know. I'm used to it. I've gotten so confident within myself. I'm okay with it. I don't take it personally because I don't resonate with that. So that allows me not to be afraid to be my authentic self. I know that I will align, but I know those who are aligned with me will align with me. Find me, they will support me. And I am manifesting millions of those. So, yeah, that was just that's my advice, especially for being a content creator. You cannot, with anything, honestly, in this life, you don't need validation from nobody. You can't want validation more than anything. When shit get a little nasty, you can manifest by the strong desire of needing validation, but I feel like that will leave me feeling a little empty. It's going to get to a point to where, when are you going to stop performing for others and just create freely by being your authentic self, by being human, and believing what you want to believe and standing on it, and not being offended by anybody who does not agree with you. I don't have time, I have to remind myself, Jay, we ain't got time to be worrying about losing subscribers, or we didn't make as much as we wanted this month, or anything like that. I don't have time to be concerned about that, because I know it's not going to be like that too much longer. I know I'm going to get them subscribers back times 10. It's just a process. It's just a journey. And I love this journey enough to go through all the bumps and bruises and learn from them and talk about them and teach them. That's what I do for a living. I live for a living. I learn, I elevate, I upgrade. Yeah. Don't water down yourself for nobody. Straight shot. You're not allowed to have no chaser when it comes to me. So you got to be able to take it. I'm not watering myself down. It's so that you can digest me. If you're lactose intolerant, you're lactose intolerant. Not crying over it, and we're not going to create more and more and more situations like that. You got to look at that and immediately release it, especially if if you really think about it and ponder on it, that shit will really stay in your system longer than it should. You got to spit that shit out. When that shit comes into your mind, or that anxiety or being worried and want to go back into your shell because you shook some tables, you, do it afraid. I don't care. Do it. You want to do it. You want to be it. You want to move like it. And the more you move like it, the more you start to look like it. Your features start to change. Your fashion starts to change. Your skin starts to change. Your talk starts to change. Your surroundings start to change. And you gonna let what the fuck they got to say stop you from experiencing that? Stop you from metamorphosing? You're going to pause and entertain these motherfuckers who would rather see you down there with them. You gonna stop this metamorphosis to pay attention to what the fuck they got to say, or what they didn't like, or how you rubbed them the wrong way. Your belief system isn't correct. You're wrong. None of that is true. So I'm not going to meet somebody and disagree with their views and can't wait to debate with them to make myself feel superior. Whatever they're talking about, whatever they're saying, whatever religion, whatever color, whatever race, whatever background, whatever they're talking about, I can understand. I can translate it to make it make sense to me. That's on you if you have empathy, though. You want to sit up and argue with people and tell them they wrong and they ain't shit and they ain't right and you wrong and you're this and you're that and no, my way is the right way or I don't agree with that and I can to sit up and argue about that when you can just politely, quietly just leave. If you can't even stand there and try to understand the perspective. You know, we all have a lot more in common than we think, but we just let belief systems and how people operate affect that, you know, connection. When you finally reach a certain point in your life of wanting just peace in your life, you understand this concept. You get it. It does not harm you for thinking outside the box and going against the norm and what you were brought up and what you've been told and how you were supposed to operate. You know, this is what my family has done, so this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm believing, or, you know, it's okay to still believe one thing, but also respect someone else's world and universe and how they run it, their belief system. You got to be okay with every dynamic, because if you're not, you're really holding yourself back from the main story. You're holding yourself back from the plot. That's not the plot. What the fuck they got going on or what they said or what they believe. Why are we making this our identity when you could just simply live your truth instead of arguing what is true? Live it and not be bothered by other people's truths. And once you understand that, bitch, can't nobody upset you. Can't nothing move you. You're carefree. You feel good. It's a release. It's a burden off of your back. Because honestly, why should I really give a fuck that much? Like, why should I really care about any of that shit? Why do I care about any of this shit? You really get to a point to when you be like, why the fuck do I care about any of that shit? And when it comes to, you know, not making, you know, a certain amount, if you're like, have goals and you like still kind of stagnant with the money, you know, maybe you didn't make as much this month as you did last month, or, you know, and even when it comes to that, you can't let that shit bother you either, because one day, $10,000 a month, if not more, is going to be your baseline if it is not already. And if it is already, I'm happy that we're aligned, because that just tells me that's about to be my baseline. Go for it. Stand out. Be unique. Be yourself. Don't worry about the people that will not fuck with you. They don't matter. That's white noise. It's the people that do fuck with you that matter. That's who you give your energy to. That's who you entertain. That's who you nurture. That's who you care for. That's who you water. The people that are rooting for you. The people that are proud of you. The people that can see who you are. Especially the people that can see who you are at the same time that you're just figuring out who you are. And then they tell you, oh yeah, I know who you are. But they don't need the proof to see it. They don't need the subscribers. They don't need the followers. They don't need everybody else to know who you are. They just be very happy to be there to see it from the beginning. That's enough validation for them that they're like, oh, I get to be here to watch your glow up. I get to be here to see you thrive and survive and get through shit effortlessly. I'm happy for you, sis. And people that are like that, my baby dolls, for instance, they are on the same frequency as me. You're on the same frequency as me. If you can wholeheartedly wish me well, hype me up, and support me, and tell me I'm that girl, you are that bitch, we love you, we adore you. If you can tell me that and sincerely mean it, yes, you're a walking goddess. Figure out which one. Start connecting with her. Because that right there is a sign that you are one. And I'm not saying this to give you a cutesy pootsy name. You're a literal goddess. You're embodying a goddess. Goddesses have been ridiculed and talked about and made feel small since we've been children. We have been dismissed. We have been ignored purposely so that we won't feel who they already know that we are. So they did everything they could to knock that out of us. And it started when we were small. Because people gonna show their admiration regardless. It's just how they choose to show it. They get to choose how they show their admiration. And a lot of the time, the unhealed version of people will show their admiration by backlash and hate and trying to bring you down verbally. Sometimes physical abuse. You know, you deal with a lot. And it's like, you almost get to the point to where it's like, damn, do anybody like me? Do anybody fuck with me? Like, damn. Like, fake friends left and right. Like, I couldn't believe the amount of fake friends I dealt with in elementary. Like, we're kids. You know? And kids were just hateful to me. Didn't have a lot of friends. Still don't have a lot of friends. I could count on one hand. My baby sister 1 and my baby sister 2. Those are my best friends. E-Money and Lolo. That's it. And I'm okay with that. Because I'm okay with, you know, having more connections with women, having more friends. I just have not found the right ones. And it is a process to become my friend, somebody that I consider a sister, like my other 2 sisters. Yeah, that takes a lot. It's a process for me. But I'm never not up to making new friends. I'm never not up to experiencing new things because I understand. I get. I know how my life works. My belief system is pretty solid. And I just had to realize that. You remember that your belief system, your power, what you believe, that is how everything works. That's how your universe works. That's how it keeps going. What other people have to say about it, whether it's the way you live, what you believe, what you choose to do with your life, whatever. Opinions are just opinions. And you can choose to purchase them or you can leave them on the shelf. Be very careful which opinion you purchase. You can go bankrupt by purchasing some of these opinions that folks will have about you nowadays. You got to be strong in who you are. Because yeah, I got discouraged. Go to my YouTube studio and I done lost 20. And I keep track of that stuff. So I know. And I keep track. And that has not happened to me in a minute. And when I seen that, I noticed, I said, see, this is why I avoid talking about certain stuff. And then I listened to what I just said. I had to listen to myself. I said, what? This is why we avoid talking about certain things because we don't want to. Next. Next. And when we wake up tomorrow morning, you gonna have 50 more. Why are we even dwelling on this right here? When we could act like it didn't, it's nothing. Let's keep moving on with the story. Why would we pause and think about this? You said nothing wrong. You're good. Like, girl, you ate with that video. You ate. I agree with everything I said. You got to keep pushing. You got to keep moving. And if I'm not gonna listen to myself, I sure don't expect y'all to listen to me. Like, that's crazy. Why am I not following my own advice? You cannot make something that make you feel some type of way or make you feel anything less than perfect bring you down and stop your story and become the main character in your story. You should be the main character in your story. You are not a victim. You are victorious. And that's just that. I had my babies' conferences today. They're doing so good. I'm so proud of my babies. I got to read a little bit more with Livy. We got to read a little bit more. She like me. When I was younger, didn't give a fuck about reading. Now, I love to read. I love books. I'm a sanduku. Is that how you say it? Sanduku? I like to collect books because I feel like if I like how the book looks, the marketing is A1 for one. This book sounds like something that I would actually be interested in. It's giving, the title says it all, and I'm interested. You got me with the title. I'm buying it. But I probably won't read it until next year. That's when I will probably be aligned, you know, with that book and whatever I need to read in it. That's just how it goes for me. I buy them. Then I wait till I feel led to read them, I guess. I like how if I read a book, then I close it and I don't get back to the next chapter, and about 5 months later down the line, I open it and there's no judgment. It's like, let's just pick up where we left off, sis. You see what I'm saying? We don't sit there and argue with each other about where the fuck I been. I get to reading and the story continues, and then I finish the book eventually. You get what I'm saying? Okay. Remember, there is no expiration date on your dreams. If you make it a priority, the universe will make it possible. Period. I will see you on the next video.